Fan-freaking-tastic, everybody.
Hell yeah.
Fan-freaking-tastic. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Gamesline Podcast. It's me, John. I'm here to talk about games. Okay, real quick, I'm just gonna... my phone just, like, randomly decided that I'm interested in Fire Emblem specifically. It just sent me, like, a news alert that was, like... it just said Fire Emblem. It just said Fire Emblem. And I was like, oh, nope, there isn't any. I don't know what you're talking about. And that was it. So, great. I don't know. I don't hate Fire Emblem. I've played a couple of them.
I like Fire Emblem, but... That's a weird notice, because, like, you'd think that would have been like a, what's the word?
Like an actual announcement or something, but no, it's just like, are you aware of Fire Emblem? Yeah, I am. I've
seen there, like, they announced a new one?
No, I've seen them. I've seen the Fire Emblems around. I've seen those games.
I mean, they made 2 Warriors games. There are so many Fire
Emblems.
Now you have. Have you seen an emblem made of fire?
It's not even like made of fire. It's just like a big shield, right?
Yeah, it's a shield with orbs.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I've actually played a game in the Fire Emblem series that actually has the Fire Emblem in it. And by that, I mean, I've only really played Awakening and 3 Houses.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I own Engage. I haven't played it yet, but I have it. I don't know if the Fire Emblem's in that. I have no idea.
I think it is.
Okay. Well, there you go.
I think. Honestly, it's been so long, I don't remember. Like legitimately, when I think of Fire Emblem, the last Fire Emblem game I played was Fire Emblem Warriors, so...
That's like everybody. Is the Fire Emblem in that one? Because everyone's in it.
Yes, it is.
Well, there you go.
Well, it depends. The first one there is, but then that was a weird crossover, which wasn't that good. But then you had the other one, which was just 3 houses, but with good writing. So
I have that game too. Because
it fucking whips.
I've never played it.
A good ass Warriors game.
There's a bunch of Switch games that I own that I have not played because they were like $15 on GameStop.
Hell yeah.
Which is like, yeah, I bought that for like $15 on GameStop's website, and Engage was like $20 at Best Buy or something. That's how I got that. And like Miitomo, or not Miitomo, Miitopia or the RPG. Yeah.
Miitopia.
Haven't touched that yet. Probably will eventually, but not yet. Lorelai, you're here. Hello.
I am here. I'm here to probably not shut up about Warriors games. So
look, I mean, the only reason why I know about the Fire Emblem, I mean, other than the fact that I'm a fucking nerd and just know Nintendo shit, is that I just know that a lot of Smash Bros. Fans are still pissed that, like, the emblem on the little, like, symbol for the series is just like a sword.
Yeah.
Instead of the fucking thing that the series is named after.
Gotta love it.
I don't know. That's very weird. That is very weird. Like, don't get it twisted. I do think it is a little weird, but I don't know. It would probably be too detailed, you know? It's like that big fucking, like, nobody would be able to tell what it is from afar, but, like, at the same time, it's like, they're going fucking ham now. You know, they got the whole fucking Final Fantasy VII meteor on there now. It's pretty detailed. I don't know. I'm not Masahiro Sakurai. Don't ask me. If I was Masahiro Sakurai, I would probably be screaming to my pillow.
Maybe the Switch 2 will finally be powerful enough to render the Fire Emblem.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they'll be able to zoom in on it and you'll be able to tell what it is, and then you'll be like, oh shit, that's what that is. There it is. Hello.
That's the Fire Emblem. That's where Marth is from.
That's right. Marth and Ellawood and
Ike.
Dengar's from Star Wars.
Oh yeah, Marfalump.
Sure. All right. I mean, so you said that you wanted to talk about Warriors. There was a new one of those that came out.
There was Dynasty Warriors Origins. Like, I got really, really sick over the last couple of weeks, which sucked. But also, it meant I played a whole shitload of Dynasty Warriors Origins, and Dynasty Warriors is a series that I like because I turn my brain off and I kill 2,000 dudes. Dynasty Warriors Origins is a game where I have to turn my brain on while I kill 2,000 dudes.
All right, you're going to have to elaborate on that one.
So, they kind of took Wolong's combat system and put it in Dynasty Warriors. So, like, yes, regular peon enemies are still, like, you kill them in 1 or 2 hits. That's what they've always been there for. They're there to make your number go up of your KO count. But, like, enemy generals outside of, like, 1 or 2 in a game have never really been that hard. It's always been a game of, hey, you can just kind of turn your brain off and blow through a level as long as you aren't, like, the worst at video games. Yeah. Or on the hardest difficulty. Once you get up into the hard difficulties, the strategy matters. But, like, at normal, you just kind of hit square and triangle.
Mm-hmm.
So in Origins, even if you put the difficulty down to easy, just regular ass, like, generic generals and not your main named, hey, we have a whole storyline to us generals, are, like, complex. There's a depth to this game that there never really has been. They've tried to move in that direction with, like, Samurai Warriors 5 had a little more depth to the combat, but it didn't really quite hit it.
Mm-hmm.
Capcom actually was the closest to hitting, like, depth of combat in one of these with Sengoku Basara back in the day. This is the first time that Koei Tecmo has managed to make it so that no matter what difficulty I am on, I am completely engaged with the depth of the fight. I have to worry about dodging attacks. I have to worry about countering attacks, having perfect block timings and stuff like that. So it goes from, hey, here's this simple game, the game that has always been somewhat simple, never super complex and deep. They try new things, but it never really actually does what they want it to. And this, they just nailed it. Like, the fact that I am going through levels, like, I'm currently working through the ultimate difficulty because I've maxed my level and stuff like that, but there are still challenges in there for, like, opening up special endings and stuff like that I had to crank down the difficulty even at level 100 to be able to beat, like, a super boss. In a fast enough time.
Damn.
And it's really nice to have that feeling of, okay, you know, then I'd go back in on a higher difficulty and go, okay, I already got the accomplishment for this, so I don't need to 100% do it again. So now I can just do it at a higher difficulty for fun. And went, God, the game, somehow they did something new. And they hit every single mark, which is the exact opposite of what they did with Dynasty Warriors 9, where they completely rebuilt it into a big open world game and experimented with tons of different gameplay things, and all of it was a failure.
Right.
This is, they did a ton of experimental things. They brought in more depth, but they brought in, like, a classic feel to some of the stuff, and they combined it perfectly to make a game where every single aspect of it is hitting for me. And that is wild for them to just recover this well from the disaster that was Dynasty Warriors 9, because there hasn't been a Warriors game that wasn't a tie-in to Persona or One Piece or Fire Emblem in 5 years. Mm-hmm. Because Dynasty Warriors 9 was such dog shit. And like the fact that I care about all of the different characters, like they set it up, it is almost an RPG where, long cutscenes, long relationship building where, I did a bunch of I did a series of challenges for a character that they call missions, but they're really just kill 50 dudes with this specific ability or type of ability.
Right.
And then you unlock more conversations with each individual character, and I'm interested in all of them. And they've done a good job with the localization is really well done. The one thing that makes me laugh is they've tried to be more accurate to the Chinese names. Mm-hmm. But some of the voice actors can do it better than others. So
right.
Lu Bu's name is not exactly Lu Bu. There's kind of a UI on the end of the Liu part in actual Chinese. But all of these people are oh no, half the voice actors can do it, but the other half are oh no, it's Louie Bu. And it's just, and it's funny in a way that is
my
works.
Old buddy Louis Bu.
Yes, my good friend Louie. It works so well, and they're it's also just this thing where some of the voice actors, the guy that voices Guan Yu is the same guy that voices Rude in the Final Fantasy VII remakes, and he does such a good job at blending bad voice acting with good voice acting. Because it takes a really good voice actor to be properly bad at voice acting, I want to say. It's hard to describe it, but all of the voice acting in the first chapter, the introduction chapter, is purposefully old school Dynasty Warriors, where all of the characters are speaking kind of like this and mispronouncing words. And it's so funny. The first line of dialogue out of his mouth is, "We must take on these brigands." And I just fucking cackled for I was because as the game goes on, the voice acting progressively gets better and better. They were actually intentionally following the arc of the series. And it's really it's really, really interesting. Legitimately, my only actual problem with this game is you are stuck playing as this twink.
Okay.
And Ziluan is a fine character, but they also introduce a lady who wears the exact same clothes, has the exact same eyes and hair and everything. Why not just give us a gender selection and then flip their two roles? You know what I mean? Just let us say, do I want to be Ziluan as a dude or a lady? And don't make me be a twink. And all of the characters have gotten slight redesigns, and it is so funny to me that they took Zhang He, who is the twinkiest character in every single Dynasty Warriors, and they untwinked him, but they twinkified everyone else. It's so funny. And just, I genuinely am shocked with how much fun I'm having with this game. It's one of those things that I did not expect. I expected a fun game when I played the demo, when I was like, oh, this might have the juice. It has the juice. It's the best game they've ever made, game-wise, but it's also weird because it is the best game they've ever made as Omega Force, but it is not the best Dynasty Warriors game. Because I'm sorry, I want to be able to be Guan Yu for more than 2 seconds.
Sure.
But, like, no, it's one of those things that if anyone has ever had interest in anything from this season, if you enjoyed, what was the Fate game that came out last year and that Omega Force put out? That was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that game a lot, but that if you've ever enjoyed one of these kind of one versus like a shitload of dudes games, this is the best one they've ever made. It's worth your time. Like, I'm still like shocked at how good it is and how like it is hard to put down once you start getting going.
Well, that's good. I mean, I'm glad that they still got the juice.
Yeah. Well, fuck, it's so good.
Very good, very good. Let's see here. Do you want to talk about other games that you've been playing, or do you want to hit some news, or what are you feeling? How are you feeling?
Yeah, let me just talk about the other game I've been playing, which is so I got a code for Spirit Swap, lo-fi beats to match 3 to.
Mm-hmm.
And if you like Panel de Pon and stuff like that, this is a really good match 3 game.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a bunch of different modes. I still haven't messed with the story stuff yet. They sent me the code to stream, so I'm going to be doing that through that. But I put like 3 hours into their endless mode and versus mode.
Mm-hmm.
And if you like a good versus puzzler, this is definitely, there's some really like knuckle biting, just absolute. I got in a couple of really intense games. It's a good match 3, and I'm like, and the endless mode is really nice because it's just, hey, here's some chill music. You can set your difficulty and customize everything about it. So it's like, okay, you want it to be really hard and fast, you can set it for that, or you can set it for like an easier mode where you literally can't lose if you just want to chill and match 3 and, wind down for the day, which is kind of what I did last night with it, which was just like, okay, I just need to chill a little bit. I'm having the worst day.
Mm-hmm.
And I just matched 3 for an hour with a mid-level speed, and it was just really, really relaxing and a very quality match 3 game. And I'm really excited to dig into more like their story mode and all that they've, my brain's not working.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing where characters are talking to each other and there's not much gameplay. My brain.
Sometimes you just need that, that. Yeah. Just need a little chill time. Yeah. It's all good.
And like really appealing characters to look at. Like, it's just nice having good character design, good art direction. It's really chill, and I'm really, really excited to dig into more this week.
Sure. I mean that's why I like the Pokemon one on Game Boy Color, because I like to look at the little Cyndaquils.
Yep. But yeah, that's what I've been playing the last couple of weeks.
Well, there you go. Let's see here. Talk a little bit about some news here. Let's see here. So here I'm gonna kind of look around, pick something good to start off with here. All right. here's an insane story. Here's an insane story that's kind of funny. WB Games has announced that Multiversus will be shutting down after its final season. Specifically, the season 5 is going to start February 4th, and then it will run through May 30th. They're going to add Aquaman and Lola Bunny during that time period. And then as soon as May 30th hits, they are shutting the game down. And I don't just mean they're like saying, oh, we're not going to update it anymore. It will no longer be playable online.
It's insane. It's just... Oh, I honestly don't envy anybody who works for Warner Brothers Games right now. It's a fucking disaster. And like, this is still like...
It's insane that they are just completely removing it from all the storefronts and shutting down the online. Like, it could not cost that much money to keep the online up, at least. Like, what's going on with that? Fighting Game
of the Year winner and then Fighting Game of the Year nominee Multiversus. Like,
the thing is that I kind of get why it was, it had a little bit of promise for a while there. There was something there, but then they rebooted it and took it down. And then when it came back, it just played worse. And then they never fixed it and just kept going on and on and on with the cosmetics and made it nigh impossible to unlock characters.
I kind of wonder if it was made by the same people that made the Heroes TV show. In that they took every criticism that they heard from people and just decided to make those aspects of it worse every season.
It's insane. It's bad.
Like, cause it is like, it's a game with like a roster where I'm like, I would fucking love this if the game felt good at all.
It played like shit. Like when it first launched, it felt decent. It definitely needed like a bit more weightiness to it, and they needed to patch up some stuff. But then when it came back, it felt worse.
Yeah, it was like slower and floatier.
I don't know what they were trying to do.
It was like, it's baffling. It is just, this is why nobody should be allowed to wear a suit in the game industry.
I guess not, yeah.
Because suits ruin everything.
They do, but it's just crazy how badly they blew this. Like, yeah, like if they just said, yeah, we're not supporting it anymore, I'd be like, all right, that makes sense, but shutting it down this hard, what is going on?
Like, yeah, the complete death is...
I don't know what's like.
I don't get it. I mean, I don't want any game to die, but yeah, it sucks.
But yeah, goodbye Multiversus. You had some promise there, and now you're fucking dead. Rest in peace. But speaking of things that were kind of dead, but are kind of seeming like coming back, maybe. Seems like we might be actually getting that Sleeping Dogs movie. Simu Liu, who played Shang-Chi in the Shang-Chi Marvel movie that I don't know anyone who saw it.
It was surprisingly good.
Oh, well, okay. I mean, yeah, if you're gonna get a guy to do a Sleeping Dogs movie, it's gonna be someone who does like martial arts stuff in the movies, so makes sense that the guy who would be Shang-Chi wants to do Sleeping Dogs. Nothing's been confirmed. It kind of just seems like something that he has, talked to the rights holders about and is trying to drum up public support for, which has seemed to have happened. So I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that they're probably going to do it. And he's also straight up said, like, yeah, I would like for this to lead to a sequel to the game because the original is so cool. And it's like, that would be great, like, yeah. And that would make sense. If they do make a movie, they will probably end up making a sequel to line up with that.
I just hope it's more in line with the current spate of video game movies where they're a little more faithful, like a Sonic, than a one like the Yakuza TV show.
Sure, but I mean, the thing is, though, is that Sleeping Dogs is very much like... It was interesting because it was a video game, you know? Yeah. And so this is probably just going to be a pretty standard martial arts, like, hero cop movie. But, I mean, those are cool movies a lot of the time. Yeah. So, you know, it's not like it's going to be, like, automatically bad. You know, I'm not gonna, like... scream and kick if it's not 1-to-1.
Oh yeah,
but
I mean, I'm not. I just mean like not ashamed of what it is, kind of.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Because like that's like kind of the vibe you sometimes get from video game movies, is that they're ashamed of what they are,
yeah.
or they lean into it too hard, like a Mortal Kombat Armageddon.
Mm-hmm.
You sometimes just gotta do a cool thing that uses the thing. However, I don't know if I can get as excited about like a Simu Liu one as like, I mean, it was Donnie Yen trying to get it off the ground for years.
Yeah,
I'm hoping Simu can do it, but
Donnie Yen would have probably been a little bit more exciting. But,
yeah,
you know, whatever.
I don't know. I hope it. I do hope it works out.
Mm-hmm. See what else we got here. Okay, one more bit of news here. And this is just EA. It's just EA being EA. So it is the 25th anniversary of The Sims, and to celebrate it, EA re-released The Sims 1 and The Sims 2. And, well, they seem to just be very straight ports in that they crash a lot and haven't really been updated that well to run better on current PCs. Maybe that'll change soon, but it seems like it's just a very cut and dry, copy and paste kind of.
It's literally just The Sims 1 and 2 from Origin with all of their DLC put on, with all of their expansions on Steam. So if you have it on Origin or whatever EA calls their launcher now, I haven't installed it in forever, so I don't know, but
I mean, the thing is that, like, The Sims 1 wasn't really available. It was only on disc. And then 2 was, like, it was available for a while, but then the only way that you could get it for a while was, like, if you got the Ultimate Collection on Origin, but that doesn't exist anymore. But, like, I don't know. Yeah, it just... Yeah, it just seems like a pretty slapdash thing, and also, like most people who, I mean, I say most people who really would have wanted to get it probably already had it by either having their old copies or pirating it. But
exactly.
I mean, I looked on Steam, and it is one of the best sellers. So
I mean, I will say the Sims 2 is the best game, and that's in the Sims franchise. So good.
Well, that is the one that is selling the best, from what I'm seeing.
I mean, if more people can play The Sims 2, that's cool.
I'm seeing new and trending. The Sims 2 is on there. So, there you go. Damn, wait, no, hang on. I'm looking at the Steam new and trending list, and I don't see any hentai games. What the fuck? What's going on?
Did you turn on your
No.
Yeah, it's Spirit Swap,
no,
Rift Wizard, Sims 2, Sims.
The wind has shifted.
Yeah, I wow. There's no porn on the new and trending page.
For now. Tomorrow, though, that'll be another day, and by that I mean another asset flip. game called like Hentai Betrayal or something is going to come out.
Yeah, another fucking...
Fuck, now I want to play Hentai Betrayal. I want to find out what happens in Hentai Betrayal. Fuck. Like, are you getting betrayed by the hentai women? Are you getting betrayed for your hentai? Like, did someone betray you to get your hentai? I don't know. Man, there's so many options.
I love it.
I gotta think about this. I gotta think about this for sure.
Oh shit, there's a Neo sale.
But yeah, I do wish that The Sims was better taken care of, but, you know, I mean, if you want a better version of it, it exists out there, so just, you know, hop on that, look it up. Alright, so I've been gaming in the past few weeks, and one of the things that I have been gaming on is I got into the beta for Arknights Endfield, which is very funny that I got into that and not any of the crazy Arknights fans that write for this site. I actively, like, when I signed up for that beta, I sat there and I said it would be very funny if I got into it and nobody else did, and then nobody else did, so it was very funny.
You aren't the only one of my friends that got into that. I've been watching one of my buds play through. Like, he's been streaming it a lot. And
I'll probably play some more of it because, so when I first started playing around with it, I kind of was just like, it's just another gacha game. It's kind of like Genshin. You got like an open-ish world and you're going around picking up items and level up stuff and fighting random goons. I was like, all right, whatever. And then I hit a point where they said, oh, hey, why don't you start connecting power lines? And why don't you set up conveyor belts to process materials? And then I started doing that, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, this is baller. What? And so I'm actually really into it now. I'm probably not going to play it like every day. I don't feel like I'm going to be a crazy Arknights lover, but I got into it. I'm not gonna lie, I got kind of into it. I don't know. The story is completely incomprehensible. You're like some guy who, or I guess, or girl, because you're just like in a coma or something, and you have this fucked up mask on, and then you go, and then you're just like, I have to be the Endman, the administrator of Endfield. And then you go to a planet and you just kind of start helping some people. But then there's also some bits where like there's a like bandit group. And I'm going to be honest, I don't get what's up with gacha games of this caliber, like specifically the open world ones, that kind of put a bad taste in my mouth with the like villain factions, like the random goons. They always make a very specific like point to be like, oh, they're illiterate. I'm just like, that, like, really? You want to be like, oh, like these guys are nowhere near as mentally capable as you, so you could kick their ass. It's like, no, I don't, like, no, what? That's not good. That's not a good thing to say. That's not good to fucking have your enemies be, like, and I don't think that's an Arknights thing, because, like, I've played Arknights original a little bit, and you're fighting just like regular ass villains.
Yeah,
it's weird. I don't like that. But otherwise, I do really enjoy the gameplay loop of just being like, oh hey, well I found some of these seeds, and so now I have a fucking machine that I plant that will create more seeds that I can then hook up to a planter that will then make more plants, and then I can strip the seeds off those plants, and I could just have that be a loop forever. And so I just pick up like one item, and then I can turn it into an infinity item.
Hell yeah.
It does feel very cool to do that. But I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is going on with any of the characters. I'm just kind of, I don't know, maybe I should just play Satisfactory. Like, that seems to be What the actual question is that maybe I should just play one of those games and not worry about rolling the gacha to get whatever fucking character, you know? Like, it's a cool thing that they just have this process in the game, so you don't really have to worry that much about, like, grinding materials. Like, that's nice. But
yeah, that's my least favorite part of any gacha. It's like part of what made me fall off of what was the Grand Blue Fantasy Rising or not versus Rising, but the Relink, where I got to the end of the game and I really enjoyed that game, but then I just completely fell off when it's like, hey, you want a slight upgrade? Let's do 8 hours of grinding.
It's like, no, I don't want to do that. That sounds bad. I'm good.
Yeah, it was just like, I don't want to just grind the same fights 100 fucking times.
Yeah.
That's why I don't play gacha games. It's why I don't play Genshin, why I fell off every single frickin' one of those, because it's just like, well, you experienced the cool story we had to tell. Now grind so you can experience a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bad. And then the other thing that I played, I won a copy of 1,000 Times Resist on BlueSky.com, which is very funny that I did that. But I finally started playing that, and oh my god. Oh my god. I didn't know what that game was. I have only played the first chapter, but I was shaken. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I mean it in a good way. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, this is like, no. They are touching on some very, very heavy concepts here. You're playing as a character just called the Watcher, who is in this group of seemingly clones of my computer went to sleep. I don't know if that interrupted the recording. Clones of people from this school who you go back and forth between time to see kind of what happened, because you are watching the memories of basically your group of people's god, the All-Mother, from before she ascended to godhood. And before she ascended to godhood, she was a girl named Iris who just went to school and had a strained relationship with another girl in her class who I think they're both Chinese, I want to say. I think that's what it says they are. I don't recall off the top of my head, but their family escaped persecution, and they, you know, like I think her name's Jian. Jian wants to kind of connect with her because she's like, you know, we can stick together, you know, we're from the same place, and you know, we could back each other up. And Iris is just embarrassed to be around someone who isn't like more quote unquote naturalized. You know, she, like, Iris is ready to just be like a part of the community, a part of the culture that she has moved into, and Jean wants to keep some of the traditions and just the way that she holds herself to be more similar to how things were back where she came from. And there's just this grinding of like of these different cultures, these, you know, especially because Jean can be also very like clingy, but it's obvious that she's clingy because she has a gigantic crush on Iris, and it's heartbreaking. Like, I'm only on the first chapter, and it is so fucking heartbreaking just watching this backstory transpire, and then realizing that you're like just part of this world that was pretty much just this extremely stunted individual who had everyone die around her due to a mysterious illness, who somehow ascended to godhood and is like creating a world around her own guilt. And that's just chapter 1.
Mm-hmm. Everything I've heard about that game from friends of mine, it's like one of the first games I intend to play this year from my backlog. I'm actually mad I didn't get to it last year because I really wanted to, but
yeah,
just kept falling through the cracks. And just hearing you talk about it, hearing my friends talk about it, it just like, good God, I need it. I need to jump in there because I have it. I just need to finally sit down and play it. God, I hope I can get the full time too, because it sounds so good.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like the kind of thing I love, where like just they hit the emotional beats they need to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of can't wait. I kind of can't wait to hear you talk about it more.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get back to it sooner than later. I fucking, is devastating, but I also really was moved by what I have experienced so far. I'm gonna hop back into that and just let it rip my ribs apart and shove its nails into my heart and just rip it out and show it to me.
I can't wait to listen to your pain.
I'm ready. All right, let's see what's going on in the news. What else is going on here? All right. Let's touch on some of the we'll hit the bad news and then we'll swing back up to the good news. How about that? We'll make this like a sliding like a ramp upwards out of the bad. So the bad news here starts off with Electronic Arts has slashed BioWare's staff because the new Dragon Age didn't do very well. Apparently, there are less than 100 people working at BioWare now. And they're still trying to make a Mass Effect there with less than 100 people.
It's so fucking upsetting. Like, reading that, like, first of all, the miracle they pulled out of their ass to even get Veilguard out.
Yeah.
Second of all, they made a fucking good game. Like, I mean, I talked about it. There's issues with the game. There's some very, like, weird Marvel-esque writing at times.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, it's a, like, story, character, all those things are fucking great. Like, it's so frustrating that they took, like, a game that was supposed to be live service, completely rebuilt it, and just like, God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fire everyone, because those are the people who pulled a miracle out of their ass to even get a game to exist are the ones who deserve to be fired, apparently. Not like when the real reason your business is taking a fucking hit is because your soccer game did poorly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, we'll see how it goes, I guess. It sucks, but that's how it is.
Yeah.
So the other big bad news here is, of course, and I said it last time we recorded, I don't skimp on the real life political talk because I don't care. I don't do that. I just know that everyone's inundated with this shit constantly, and I don't want to be just another layer on top of that, especially when I don't think I'm very qualified to talk about a lot of this stuff. But this does pertain to games, so I will just mention the tariffs, all this dumb bullshit with our fucking bonehead jackass, I so many other words that I could say, but I'm not going to, president that we have now, who's been in office for like 2 weeks and is already created the economy. And because China is being hit by a 10% tariff tax, games are just going to be more expensive. Everything's going to be more expensive with regards to tech. Tech is just going to be way more expensive now. I went to the store today and eggs were already $10 for 12. And that is fucking insane. That is really bad.
The eggs at my local place have gone up $4 from what they were 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And
fun.
it's not like it's gonna go down, because prices don't go down. So I guess I'm just never eating eggs ever again, and I mean probably a bunch of other stuff. It's bad. It's bad. We got. I don't know. I don't have any answers. I'm just a gamer man on Twitter, and we're not really on Twitter anymore. On your podcast feed, but I don't know what else to say other than it fucking sucks, and something needs to happen. Like anything.
Yeah. It definitely the every day you wake up it gets worse. It's like
yeah. But boy, oh boy, that Switch 2, am I right, folks?
Yeah, Switch 2, it's
that's
coming.
That's gonna be really expensive.
Totally exists. Yeah.
All right. Well, now we're bridging this into the better news here. This is more bad news that turned into good news, I suppose. So a prolific collaborator with Bethesda, who did a lot of voice acting with them, Wes Johnson, almost died. A couple weeks ago, he was found, quote, barely alive in his hotel room. It wasn't really revealed what exactly happened to him, but yeah, he very much almost died. And he was put into a medically induced coma, and he pulled out of it. He survived, and he seems well now. Like, he posted on his GoFundMe. Of course, there's got to be a GoFundMe, because this is America we're talking about here. But the good news is that he survived, and his GoFundMe did raise enough money that he's fine. They were asking for $50,000, and they have. I'm looking at the GoFundMe right now. It's at $181,000. So, don't ask me. It doesn't really say where that's exactly going. I mean, Wes Johnson is a very prolific. He was the announcer, or he was doing when he almost died a couple weeks ago. He was at an Alzheimer's charity event, and he was like doing speaking and like announcing there. So I'm gonna guess that whatever doesn't go to his medical bills, I'm gonna guess it's probably gonna go to that or something else.
Yeah.
Which that's a very valid
but
thing
also
to want to
knowing
support.
Medical bills, but also knowing medical bills and being in a coma, it probably all will be going to medical bills.
That is possibly true. Yeah, it's it's tough out there. All right, last bit of news here. And this is, I would say, just good news for gaming. Dino Crisis 1 and 2, the original versions, have been released on GOG with compatibility with Windows 10 and 11, and some new modes and better controller support and new graphics options and all kinds of stuff. And the thing is that this is not just like, them porting it or whatever. Like, GOG had a very active role in bringing this over. They worked with Capcom to update the game and bring it over and do that. But something that they have now revealed is that they're just saying, oh, hey, we are also doing so if you look on their website, they have pointed out, like, they've done this a couple of times with some other stuff. Like, they did the Resident Evil stuff. They ported the first 3 original Resident Evils. They did a port of the original Diablo. They did a port of Heroes of Might and Magic 3. And so they have pretty much a straight up said like, hey, we are now launching a new thing where you can just list it's called GOG Dream List, where you can just put a tell us a game that you want us to help help remaster, and we will use these votes and show it to people and say, hey, we want to do this, and the people want it. And so there's just a bunch of stuff and there's no limit to it. It's not like, oh, it has to be PC. It could be whatever. So they have Freelancer on here, which is an old sci-fi sandbox game. That's the number one so far. We also got Code Veronica X on here. We got Command and Conquer, the PC port Final Fantasy VII, like the original, and No One Lives Forever. That one is definitely... that would be a big deal for sure if they get No One Lives Forever. But no, I mean, there's just there's just a ton of stuff on here. People are asking, let's see, Black and White. Oh no, Black and White is the number one. Actually, my bad. They have a list of games that GOG has highlighted. But Black and White is the number one, which makes a lot of sense. That they definitely need to. Yeah, the original Max Payne. Yeah, absolutely. That needs a port. Original Silent Hill 2, the PC port of that. So yeah, there's a lot of choices on here. There's a lot of stuff that would be really good. Why do they have Doom 2016 on here? What? Okay. I don't know. Some of these are weird, but a lot of them are also very, very reasonable things to ask. Simpsons Hit and Run. Yeah, that would be a good one.
Yeah.
MechWarrior 4. Discworld games. Yeah. A lot of these games should have polished up PC ports. For sure. Very cool. Very cool that they're doing this. Obviously it doesn't mean that, and even if it does get a ton of votes, that doesn't mean it's definitely going to happen. But I mean, they've done some shit. They did that Metal Gear Solid port, I think. They did that? They helped with that? I don't know. Because this was before they did the whatchamacallit, the collection. Huh.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Very interesting stuff going on over there in GOG.
Yeah, there were definitely, I kind of like looking at that list and seeing games like the old Breath of Fires and a lot of the old classics, a lot of old classic stuff from Capcom mostly. But God, there are so many things I would love to see them actually help bring back to life, like Vagrant Story and shit like that.
I mean, some of that stuff I do think they should do full-on remakes, because especially Vagrant Story, I think they need to patch that game up a little bit. But for stuff where it's just this game is perfectly fine, it's just got to get put on something modern. There's a lot of stuff like that, and that's the kind of stuff that they should focus on for sure.
Yeah.
But that is the kind of stuff that I want to see, I want to see all that stuff. I want to see support for classic games and, attention given to them. That's not just, slapped together, not just thrown out there.
A way to have these things archived in a way that everyone can access.
Yeah.
Or has the ability to without, as much as I wish a video game archive of old games should exist, being able to access all of that old stuff, even then to be able to access stuff that isn't, that is old, that will never be, that you thought would never be remade. It's cool. Or accessible, I think the word is. Not remade, because honestly, I don't want remakes of a lot of old games. I don't want a full remake.
Sometimes I do. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a fucking freak, but not all the time. Sometimes it's fine to just port it. All right. Is there anything else that you would like to talk about real quick?
No, I think I'm good.
All right. Well, after that, we can answer some questions. If you want to send in a question, you can go to gamesline.tumblr.com/ask, or you could join our Discord server, thegamezone.zone, and there's a whole thread in there where you could just send in questions, and you will sound like this. Okay, actually, no, you won't sound like that. You'll sound like this. Solon says, there was this Rolling Stone article a few weeks ago about the state of games that casually tossed out, where AAA games are floundering, independent studios are now where big moves are making. Which is legitimately a problem for folks who want to be on the pulse when the next big thing is some mobile app from 4 years ago that gets unearthed, or some out now indie-sized AAA game that deliberately comes out of nowhere. What can Gamesline do to help navigate these extremely uncertain seas and help people keep people in touch? That is a great question. I mean, I would love to just give all of my time to this and, you know, kind of sift through things, because that is what games media should be. It should be pointing out the success stories and bringing attention to things that would normally not have eyes on it.
Yeah.
But a lot of us have day jobs, and that's very difficult for us, you know? I guess what I would say is, what I would, and I know this is like shifting the onus onto other people, but like, I would just love to be able to talk to more people, and like if studios or like, and specifically like developers just wanted to talk to us about their stuff and put it in front of us in a way that was, you know, a little personal, like not just because, you know, I get sent like all kinds of emails that are just like, I mean, I mostly get emails about fucking blockchain games still, and I'm still having to just fucking delete that shit. But like, just contact is key. And so like, we are just supposed to kind of be a filter. That is what the games press is sometimes. And I mean, you know, we do that with critique. We do that through, you know, conversation. And, you know, we're not just here to advertise, because like, yeah, we're not, we're critics, but we help navigate. That is what Solon says. So I would just love to hear from people. I would love to be pointed towards things, and I would love to have more time to do stuff. Because yeah, like 100 Times Resist came out in like what, May last year, and I'm just now getting around to it because I fucking won it.
And that's like one of the things is like, a lot of times the only time, like I think some of the only times we talk about stuff like that is on the podcast. Mm-hmm. Like, because it's sometimes it's people can't get through a whole game to be able to write a review. Sometimes it's people just don't have enough time to write a review. Sometimes it's just the fact that some people have their own kind of niche. Like, you know, Franny is always like, whenever she's on, I love fucking talking about some of the weird ass games she was playing. And yeah, like Rose also plays a lot of really unique stuff that nobody else touches. And I think that just, you know, like if we can keep doing that kind of thing, of keeping on top of, you know, all the different kind of games that are out there that aren't just the big company things. Mm-hmm. It's fun to dedicate time to things that aren't the big game of the month sometimes, because you discover a Balatro or a Pentiment or whatever, like, that you could talk about for hours on end.
I mean, you know, not to be insane, but like, I was on the ground floor of Undertale, all right? So don't fuck with me. Yeah. I knew that shit. All right? Yeah, it's just, I want to have more time to be able to dig into this kind of stuff. It is just, it is just impossible to have that kind of like access, you know?
Yeah.
Especially when you're someone who has crippling anxiety disorders. So,
oh, yeah.
Say hey, I guess is what I would say, please.
Yeah.
I want to talk to people about games. I'm fine.
I mean,
Sorry.
I'm happy. Like right now, I'm playing Spirit Swap because like I got over, like I passed through my anxiety, and I just messaged the developer a couple of weeks ago, like, "Hey, I really want to relaunch my stream, and I would love to play this when I actually start streaming again for the first time in 3 months." And like a few days later, I got an email that went to my spam folder and I missed it. And then a week after that, I get another one saying, "Hey, we noticed you didn't turn in your key. We just wanted to make sure it got through. Here's a, and it's just like most PR people in the games industry. Like I should be less nervous about it because I have a lot of friends who work in that spot.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is still something anxious that you have, like, that a lot of people, like myself included, need to get through to push and go, the worst that could happen is they say no.
Sure.
But then they have your contact info, so in the future they maybe go, "Hey, we noticed we noticed one of your reviews in Critical Distance," or whatever it is. My brain's off. Yeah, the critical write-up thing. Hey, how would you like a key to our game? Things like that. Like, just getting in touch with people so they have your name. Good.
Cello Buster asks, imagine there's a button, and every time you push it, you get $20. But there's also a 20% chance when you push it that instead of getting money, you'll have to kiss a random adult member of the DK family. Do you push the button?
Am I monster fucker enough to answer this?
I mean, they're not monsters. They're fucking apes. They're Kongs. Like, they're sentient, they pass the fucking sniff test, I would say, to be like, for consent and all that. I'm not saying that, but like those are a fucking monkey. I don't know.
I mean, it's just a kiss. So yeah, I think I spammed that button a bit.
All right. So here, okay. All right. Hang on a second.
I think I spammed that fucking button until I get a few $1,000s, and all I have to do is smooch a monkey a couple times,
so are
20
we, like,
or 30 times.
Are we like? Do we have to? Does it have to be like a romantic? Because honestly, like if you put a gorilla in front of me right now, and I knew for a fact it wasn't gonna like maim me, I wouldn't like make it like I'd give a gorilla like a kiss on the forehead. Like I'd be like, mwah.
Yeah,
like I do that. Like I'll do that to a dog.
Yeah,
like, oh, that's a great dog. Mwah, kiss on the head.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
exactly.
A cat. Mwah, kiss on the head. I don't want to like mouth kiss a Kong though. I wouldn't do that. Like I'd give Diddy Kong like a little smooch on the head. I don't feel bad about saying that. Diddy Kong's he's just a cute mischievous little guy.
Yeah.
Well, okay. But it does say adult member of the DK family. I don't know. I actually don't know how old Diddy Kong is. But I also but also at the same time I wouldn't be like, because I'd give like a baby a kiss in the head, so that's not a problem.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
it really just depends on the kind of kiss.
If I just gotta smooch him on like the top of the head or something, I would sit on that button. I would put something on top of it, because I could just sit there, because I'd be like, yeah, you know what? Here, Donkey Kong.
I would get like one of those perpetual motion machines, and just every once in a while have to walk over and smooch a Kong while the money kept rolling.
But if it does have to be like on the lips, I don't want to do that. I don't feel comfortable with that. Like, I don't know the Kongs like that. I just
look, as long as there's no tongue involved, I can.
Fuck no.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, I don't think I could do it. I still don't think I could do it even without the like. I just couldn't do it. I could not do. I'm thinking about it, and I'm just imagining like Cranky Kong sitting there. Like the thing is too is like they're like they have such personalities too. I feel like involving them in this is kind of wrong in of itself, because it's just like they are a ape. But they're also just kind of like a guy too. Like Donkey Kong is just chilling out. He's got like a TV.
Yeah.
Cranky Kong talks mad shit. That's a guy. I don't know. Like, I don't know. There's so many layers to this. I don't feel comfortable just like involving them like this. You know, like
yeah,
I feel
we'd need a lot more details.
I don't know. This is a question that I think I would just say no. Just the simple answer is just no. I would not. That's my answer. I'm sorry. Donkey Kong. I think getting a hug from Donkey Kong would be fucking incredible though. He's got such big arms.
Yeah.
He would be so happy to give you a hug. Donkey Kong seems so nice. I'm kind of tearing up a little bit thinking about Donkey Kong giving me a hug. I don't know why. I must be very emotionally vulnerable right now because I legitimately am getting a little like thinking about Donkey Kong giving me a hug. I'm like, he's the leader of the bunch. Oh my god, Lanky Kong giving you a hug? I don't know about that. Chunky?
That'd
be nice. I think Chunky would give good hugs. You know, I'm even gonna say this. I'd give King K. Rool a hug even. He's a little goofy. Oh, yeah. He's a villain, but like he's got a charm to him. I'd hang out with K. Rool.
Like any good villain you'd want to hang out with.
It's not like Ganondorf.
When they're not villaining.
Ganondorf's doing some real rank shit. King K. Rool, what's he doing? Bananas?
Yeah.
King, you know, it's shitty that he's stealing their bananas, but they get it back. I don't know. It's fine. I'm not too upset at King K. Rool. I just kind of went off for a little bit there. I don't know what happened.
I mean,
I don't know what happened. Are you still there, Lorelai?
That's what happens when you're thinking about smooching a Donkey Kong. Hello?
Okay, I could not hear you. I just went off.
Yeah, I heard all of it. It's okay. I was reacting to it, and you were reacting to me, so nobody knows.
That's insane. All right. Our next question is from we have two from Big Challenges. First one, what's your favorite Monster Hunter collab? Both one that has stuff from other games in Monster Hunter and one that has Monster Hunter stuff in other games. I've never played the games, but for the latter, it's definitely Peace Walker collab, where Big Boss gets to fight a Rathalos, a Tigrex, and an original monster based on Metal Gear Rex. The Sonic Frontiers one is also pretty funny. I mean, I don't know. I haven't played too much stuff that had Monster Hunter stuff in it. Like, the Smash Bros. Stuff was kind of cool. I do think that they should have had, like, an actual character or at least a stage for Monster Hunter in Smash instead of just the boss and the boss being an assist trophy.
Honestly, could you imagine a Palico as like one of the Smash Brothers characters? That would rule.
Yeah, that'd be
Doesn't
neat.
need to be the hunter. It should be a fucking Palico.
Sure. I mean, either way, I'd be down. Like, I don't care for those games. I tried Monster Hunter World and I didn't really like it, but you know, I respect it.
I mean, yeah. The only one I've played crossover wise is the Final Fantasy XIV one, which Final Fantasy XIV definitely got the better part of that, in that the Rathalos fight is actually like really cool at distilling the Monster Hunter formula into a different game. It does a really good job of that. But then the Behemoth fight in Monster Hunter World sucks absolute dog shit. So, honestly, I think I need to play Sonic Frontiers just so I can see the Sonic Frontiers one, because that does sound funny.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, like, I don't know. If I'm playing a Monster Hunter thing, I want it to feel like Monster Hunter or a distillation of Monster Hunter, and I think the Peace Walker one, like, I've watched it be done before, and it kind of made me laugh, but it didn't seem good in that way.
I don't know. I respect it. I think that's funny. I'm not going to talk shit.
I respect the hell out of it, but I just think favorite-wise, the fact that they made Final Fantasy XIV feel like Monster Hunter is pretty cool.
And then for stuff that was in Monster Hunter, I mean, again, I haven't really played Monster Hunter, but I do know that there was that thing where I think they had like
Dante and fucking Ryu. Oh my god, those were so much fun.
I mean, the one that I was thinking of is like the spear that was just Phoenix Wright's finger. I think that was Monster Hunter. That sounds right. I hope I'm not just making that up.
Yeah, I just loved that, like, Monster Hunter World did do a bunch of funny collabs with just like, hey, we're going to give you an armor set that makes you look like Dante or Ryu or, you know, all these different characters, and they gave you move sets that kind of went with it. That was like really, really dumb fun.
I know Geralt got put in, I think, World.
Yeah, World got all those, and yeah, they were dumb fun, and
that's pretty fun.
I do appreciate the hell out of those. Like, I didn't hate any of them.
Yeah,
unlike the behemoth fight, which just sucks absolute dog water.
And last question here, also from Big Challenges. They ask, the Lunar New Year is come and gone. What's your favorite animal in the Chinese zodiac? Irrelevant to your birth year, just which one do you like? I have to look them all up. Hang on. Chinese zodiac. So I don't remember what mine is off the top of my head. I think it was the dog, maybe. I don't know. Let me see.
Yeah, what's your favorite one? Like, it doesn't even matter if it's yours.
I know it doesn't matter, but I'm still looking.
Because rabbits are cute as shit.
I'm still gonna figure it out right now, so I can say yes, it is the dog. Yes. February 10th, 1994 to January 30th, 1995. That is the dog. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. This is just like a list of animals.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think snakes can be cool. There's a house on my street. 'Cause I take a 3-mile walk every morning. That they just have chickens.
I am also Year of the Dog. Year of the Water Dog.
Sure. And I don't know. I like seeing the chickens every morning. I walk by them and I say, "Hi, chickens!" every morning. And I think it did make the owners angry or something, because they did move the chickens further away from where I walked. So I don't think they liked that I said hello to their chickens every morning. I think they got sick and tired of hearing that. But I still like to see the chickens. I still walk by and I see them, even though they're further away. I just don't say hi to them anymore, which is a little sad. But yeah, I don't know. Which one do you like?
I mean, look, bunnies are my favorite animal. Always have been for a while. Like, they're cute as hell.
Oh yeah, it says here that I'm yang instead of yin, and I am associated with wood. That's what it says.
Cool.
Is yang the good one or the bad one?
I don't think either of them have a positive or negative connotation.
It says yang is the male principle of the universe, characterized as male and creative and associated with heaven, heat, and light. Okay. So, I mean, yeah, I'm the boy. When yin is the strongest, it contains yang. When yang is the strongest, it contains yin. It's true.
Mm-hmm. I remember yin and yang from Psych. Those were good episodes.
Yeah, you said you like the rabbit. You got rabbits.
Yeah,
rabbits are cute. I want to hang out with a rabbit. Have you gotten to hang out with a rabbit?
I have. My neighbor used to have a cute pet rabbit.
That's nice. Man, maybe I should try to I don't know what I should do to be chill with the chickens. I don't know. A little sad about the chickens. But that should do it. Thank you all so much for listening. Sorry it's been another like fucking month since we recorded an episode, but I don't know. I don't have like an excuse or something. It's just how it is. That's just how it is. I want to do more stuff. I'm just gonna yell more. I'm just gonna scream and yell and kick and fight and tell everyone we gotta do more shit. We gotta.
Yes.
We gotta.
Well, I mean, that's been one of my goals has been finding ways to make everything easier for myself. So I am literally like when I finish like or when I have an idea of what I think of a game, I am just every game I play this year, I'm writing like a paragraph to start. That way I have the start of anything I want to do. And I think it's going to help me a lot push past the blocks I get in.
That's what we've got to do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you want to support us, we have our website, gamesline.net. There should be a new review up by the time you hear this, I will say. There will be new writing up there. We have our Twitter at the Gamesline, which it's fucking Twitter. If you're getting off there, I don't blame you. We're still posting on it, but whatever. You know. We do have our Blue Sky, though. Blue Sky is gamesline.net. Our Tumblr, gamesline.tumblr.com. Facebook's also, you know, facebook.com/gamesline. I went on Facebook Marketplace yesterday, or maybe it was earlier today. I don't remember. My sense of time got fucked up after I saw it because, like, the rest of my brain got fucked up. I saw someone straight up selling soiled adult cloth diapers on there, and I was just like, all right, what's going on? Hello? Thank you, Mark Zuckerberg, for your incredible contributions to society. YouTube.com/@thegamesline, Twitch.tv/GameslineTV for Twitch. Our Patreon is patreon.com/gamesline. Our Discord is thegamezone.zone. Type that into your web browser, it'll bring you straight there. And thank you to Melt Channel/Magic Circuit for our theme song Crush off of the album Magic is Real. If you want to listen to their stuff, it's meltchannel.bandcamp.com or magic-circuit.bandcamp.com. Make sure that if you are planning on supporting them, to do it on Bandcamp Friday, because that's still happening, apparently. Lorelai, where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me at twitch.tv/Judgment Scythe or judgmentscythe.bluesky.social, you know, all the way the Blue Sky thing works. Whatever, I'm Judgment Scythe everywhere. Come hang out.
Wonderful. I am at JOHNMICHON on Blue Sky, which I don't know if that's good for my SEO or not. I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, I'm still kind of posting on Twitter, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure as soon as Blue Sky gets private accounts, I'm pretty sure everyone's just going to go to that.
Yeah.
But that's it. Thank you so much for listening, everybody, and we'll be back soon with another episode of the Gamesline Podcast. Bye-bye.